morning of day 140 for us on the Appalachian Trail, and we had the opportunity to meet these fine people on trail, and then we had opportunity to break bread and have breakfast with them, and found out that they had true hiked back in 1983, I believe was the date, right?
Well, we haven't through hiked. We've completed the trail.
Big sections.
So my story is I hiked for a week with him in 81. I did 500 miles in 82 with another woman. Went to complete it in 83 together with him, but because of injuries, he rode support and I left the middle section undone for about 25 years. Then I finished Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York in 2010.
Nice. And I was remiss. Could you all introduce yourselves?
My name's Marcia. And in 1983, we were the Cosmic Dance Company.
Cosmic Dance Company.
Yes, and I'm Peter. I did 850 miles in 1974.
With your brother.
With my brother. And back on the trail in 1981, where I met Peter, and finished the trail that year. And then back on the trail with Marcia in 1983. In 1981, I signed myself as Pure and Easy.
Pure and Easy. And what about you, Pete?
Yeah, I did not have a trail name, but I have one in recent years as I'm section hiking. Bearded Dragon is what I go
Bearded
by
Dragon.
These days. But back in 81 when I met Peter, I was Peter.
Yeah.
And I had a hiking partner, John, that it was kind of nice because, you know, we talked a little bit with you earlier about our story and how we have a lot of friends that we met out on the trail, and we get together fairly regularly, some of us, you know, at least every 10 years. And,
that's awesome.
What brought us together on the trail in 81, and things were a lot different as we talked about.
I personally want to thank you all for sharing your stories this morning, because it's so interesting to me to hear the history of the trail. And I think somebody said you had to wait in line to use the payphone when you got off the trail. And there was no AWOL guide. It was the beer and ice cream guide.
The beer drinkers and ice cream eaters guide.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, come on.
That came later.
Yeah.
It came later.
So, yeah.
I definitely would like to exchange contact, because I'd love to hear more of those stories.
Yeah.
Great meeting all of you.
Absolutely.
Got to get rolling. Hey, everybody, roll on here. Day 140 on the Appalachian Trail. I want to introduce to you a new hiker to our group. This is Tom. And Tom has decided that he would accept the trail name Mudfoot. And we gave him that because yesterday Tom left camp before we did. And Joe would keep saying, "Oh, thank you, Tom," because we would see where he stepped and he thought it was solid, and it was 6 inches of mud, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Tom, where are you from, Tom?
I'm from Switzerland.
Switzerland. That's a long way to hike to get here, even.
Well, I took the plane to Boston, then I was shuttled to North Adams, and that's where I hit the trail.
Nice. We met Tom at Congdon Shelter, and I think he told me he did like 4 miles or something to get there. And the next day he asked us where we were going, and we told him, and we did like 16 miles, and told him he's welcome to join us. Well, about 7 o'clock at night he comes in, he goes, "Did you expect me?" We were like, "We were hoping so."
Yeah, that's true, because I wasn't even expecting myself anymore to get that far, but
Yeah.
I managed
Yeah,
to do
we-
so. Yeah, I was really
Joe and I
proud of
agree.
myself.
Joe and I agree. You're a very good hiker. You're a
Thanks.
strong hiker, and we're really fortunate to have you with us. So we're looking forward to the next few days of hiking together. All right,
All right.
got to get rolling. Okay, here's the second bridge crossing of the day. Water has receded significantly. We found out this morning while having breakfast that the area had received 5 1/2 inches of rain in a 24-hour period, of which that 24-hour period we were either hiking or camped out. So us getting wet and soaked was certainly not a surprise when we got down into Manchester Center. The many roads were washed out, emergency crews were out, there were cars that had been swept away, houses that had been, I'll say, surrounded by debris. They had to rescue a few families on one road that we were actually hiking on. So just some wild weather here in Vermont at the time that we're hiking through here. So we are a short mileage day today. Presently headed up Bromley Mountain, and then tomorrow my good friend Kevin White and his wife Janice, who done some trail magic for us before, are asking to meet with us to do one more round of trail magic before we head farther north, kind of out of reach. And so we're building today and tomorrow around that meeting, and that's a good thing. So we're gonna meet them on Forest Road 10 tomorrow at a parking lot, assuming that Forest Road 10 has not been washed out like much of the rest of the area, and there's really no way for me to find that out. So I'm just hoping for Kevin and Janice that actually works out the way we hope it will. I'm going to put the phone away because the boardwalk is convenient, but the boards tend to get, I guess, a little mossy and slippery, and I'd like at least 2 hands to land on if I do fall off. So I'm going to get rolling. Good morning, everybody, and day 140 on the AT. Hopefully the wind's not too noisy and I can do this video, but at the top of Bromley Mountain, and I'm going to give you a little tour here as slow as I can. And the AT north is that way, and I think the tallest peak in the background is Killington. That's where we're headed here in the next 4 days. We got about 40 miles to get there. I'm going to walk over this way and give you a little tour, because there is a ski lodge here at the top of the mountain that they allow us to stay in if we wanted to. I'm not staying here because we're headed much north of this area, but thought I'd give you a little tour. So this cabin is available to through hikers to stay. They just ask that we don't leave any garbage in the ski area. So the door is open, which probably should not be. Oh, that one's open. This one's not. Let me see if I can get in. Oh, yep, it's open. And here's the view. So hikers might sleep on the floor or on those little benches, possibly. You can see there is some garbage collected here. And here's somebody made a homemade chess set made out of stones and drawn figures. And here's what I would consider maybe a kitchen area. Pretty cool. And it's nice that the mountain leaves this available to hikers. So emergency phone, I guess. Even power outlets. Holy cow. That's a big deal for hikers. Anyways, got to get rolling. Just wanted to show you this. I'm going to get over to the ski lift too and give you a view. Okay, this is the lift at Bromley. And this is where you would come up the mountain in the ski area. And I was just told that that mountain over there is Stratton, and we were over there the other day. You can't see it, but there's a fire tower there. Pretty dang cool. And we're headed off the backside. There's Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Look at this. Now, down below is a valley I drove in when I did trail magic for Redbeard and Wizard. You can see over there is another ski area. Don't know what mountain that is. So you got Stratton over there. We're on Bromley. And another area over there. And Killington is to our north behind those trees over there. Pretty darn cool. All right. Got to get rolling.
We had about a half-hour stop here with Spineless Cougar, who I met back in 2019 when I was doing trail magic for Redbeard and Wizard here at this very same lot. Parked over where that orange car is over there, and did Trail Magic in the evening, drove them into town, had dinner, came back, stayed across the street at a stealth site, and then cooked them breakfast and moved forward. So pretty cool to run back into Spineless Cougar here, as he had all these chairs full a few seconds ago. So all right, we got to get rolling.
Hey everybody, doing a pretty steep little climb up out of that Trail Magic on Mad Tom Notch, or Road. There was a guy named Spineless Cougar, and I had, met him 2 years ago when I was doing Trail Magic for Redbeard and Wizard. Very same spot. So cool to see him. Nice of someone like to do Trail Magic year after year. He does it basically every weekend. And he had a friend who was driving him because his eyesight's going bad. So how committed do you have to be to really do that? Anyways, thanks for that Trail Magic. Spineless Cougar, thanks for all you've done for the hikers over the last 3 years. You said you'd been doing it for 3 years, so thank you. And I got to get rolling. Just thought I'd show the forest here. We were just up on Peru Peak, past Mad Tom Road gap where the Trail Magic was. But the forest here is more of an alpine forest. Reminds me very much of the Smokies. Not overmanaged. The trees grow, they fall, something else grows on the base. It's just really very, very cool, old growth type of forest, and just very pretty and very cool today. It's I've had my jacket on today to hike. I've got it off now, but when you're not hiking, it's almost cold enough where you want to put it on. So weather's changing a little bit, but it is going to be August shortly, and there's still supposed to be some warm weather in the cards, so who knows. But as we get north into Maine and New Hampshire, we'll be at a higher elevation. You get about 10 degrees, 5 degrees difference per 1,000 feet up. So when we're 4,000 feet up, then it gives us 20 degrees less in heat, which should pay a benefit as far as keeping us cool. Other than that, cool hike, short hike today, as I said. Trying to meet Kevin and Janice tomorrow, so we didn't have to pile on the miles, and it was the only way we could figure a place where we could meet them without having to do huge miles, which is something we just don't want to do at this point. We don't have to. We don't have a hard and fast deadline, and so we can do what we need to do and do it comfortably. So I'll keep you posted. You can see the trail is still super soppy wet in places. Other places it's it's pretty nice. So take the good and the bad. All right, if I get a view or anything interesting that I can share, I will. Got to get rolling. Hey everybody, I don't know how many of you are big fans of moss, but look at this carpet. Covers the forest here, and just a big soft carpet of moss. Beautiful. All right, got to keep rolling. Hey everybody, JJ and I are only a half a mile from the Griffith Lake tent sites where we're staying tonight, and we're waiting for Mudfoot, who also goes by Tom. Tom again is a friend that's here from Switzerland hiking, and we expect him any minute. But beautiful little waterfall down here with a bridge going across. I think you guys can see that. There's the waterfall and the pool below it. So I'll bet on a nice hot day, getting in that pool and getting clean would be nice. But it's kind of cool today. I've got my jacket on while we're waiting. When I say my jacket, I got my raincoat on just to keep the heat in. And again, I haven't shown shelter in a while, but it's a typical shelter right now that we're seeing. They have a lower level where you usually leave your bags and shoes and stuff out of the way, and then a bench where you would sleep. Most of these, and this one included, has a logbook where you'd sign in if you stay here or you visit here. This is the first time I've seen an out-and-out fire extinguisher at a shelter. That doesn't mean anything. And it's a nice spot. You could hear that water all night and sleep. There aren't any bugs because of the cool weather, but we are going to try to make, not try, we're going to make another half a mile, which takes us down to the lake and gets us to a shelter there with tent sites. And then we got a short morning tomorrow, 7 miles, and then we meet our friends, and then we're going to decide how many miles to do after that because they're calling for thunder and lightning storms again. All right, I think Mudfoot made it here. There's Mudfoot. How you doing, Mudfoot?
Hey.
Good?
Great.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Nice hike.
Got to get rolling. You guys would enjoy going over the bridge with me here. See how it's built. Pretty sturdy. May have had some washout issues the other day, but not seeing any problems here. Pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. You can see where a couple trees came down. And there's the shelter back there. All right, down to the lake. If it's got some views that I think you guys would enjoy, I'll put them on. Got to keep rolling. Okay, got another bridge crossing here before we get to the lake. Look at this pretty stream in the middle of the woods. This one looks like it comes out of more of a, I'll call it a beaver swamp or area where drainage comes from all the forest around. I'll bet you'll see a moose up in that area. All right, got to keep rolling. Hey everybody, here we are, Griffith Lake. Check this beauty out. Awesomeness. We are still probably a quarter mile from our campsite, but on the other side you can see a big rock, and just to the right of that rock we just saw somebody who was building a campfire. Beautiful. All right, got to keep rolling. A little better view here from just a little upstream. Look how pretty that is, the sun sparkling on it. Jay and I were noticing, I don't know if you'll be able to see, you can see we've been seeing these guys in the woods, but we've not seen them underwater. So those are the salamanders we see in the woods, and that's their adult form when they get there. The ones we see are orange. Pretty cool. Now they're fish bait, I'll bet. All right, we got to get rolling. Just wanted to show this setup because the caretaker here kind of mandated that we set up on the platforms. We can't set up on the ground, and you can see that my tent is not a freestanding tent. It requires ground stakes, and quite honestly I wasn't able to get the stakes into everything, so it is what it is, but I made it work, and it's not pretty, but it is what I'm gonna have for tonight. So anyways, gotta get rolling.